When you are promoted into the role of manager, it's probably because you were technically very good at what you did. Now it's time to master a whole new set of skills you will need to succeed. One of them is managing the performance of your team members. It's not easy to establish credibility as a boss and strike the right balance between being a boss and being a friend, but it's important to know how to have a productive performance conversation so you can set clear expectations with team members on how they can be their best selves. I'm James Turk, CEO of the Turk Group. In our 20+ years experience, we know there are a few things you can do to help ensure successful performance reviews. First, be prepared. Your biggest enemy is the tendency to want to wing it. You never want to show up without reviewing their performance history. If the review is particularly negative, remember you're not alone. You should feel comfortable reaching out to HR or your boss for additional counsel and support. Believe it or not, team members may have a very different take on their performance than you do. That's why it's critical, whenever possible, to ask them how they think they performed in advance of the conversation. That might be verbally through your formal performance management system, but the key here is to make sure you know what you're walking into. As best you can, make sure you understand their thinking before you discuss areas of strength or areas of improvement. Do they understand how they're being evaluated? If not, how can you make that clear? If an employee's performance was suboptimal in some areas, offer constructive steps for how they can improve. Put those in writing so there is clarity and no ambiguity. It's all about staying organized. So when you sit down and have these formal conversations, you're not relying on memory alone. Part of my role as a manager is to share my point of view around what I think you're doing well and what I think you can do differently. Even if that's a difficult conversation, I have to hold myself accountable for doing it and get the right training to do it well.